Okay, so this video is about our general ideas and thoughts going into the process of building our own house. We've wanted to do this for a long time, and the time is here, so let's get started. So this is our Arena channel. I'm going to talk about Arena in a future video and teach you how to use it, or the way I use it. So the main objective for this house is to have a house that's really good for us for living, eating, working, and sharing. What you see here is just a collection of thoughts, bookmarks. This is not our house. Some of the things are plans for our house. Some of the things are our things. Here's an interview that I did about the house. But this is where we're headed. So I'm just going to pause and take a moment to go over our objectives and what I mean by living, eating, working, and sharing, because most people do those things in their houses already, and there's no reason just by saying those words that this justifies building a brand new structure. So what I mean by living is we want our place to have us give you some kind of feeling when you're in the space. Some mostly feelings like this. Although we won't be using these materials, the space is very has a lot of volume and solitude built into it. And this isn't for everyone, but it's what we like. Here's more of that, a little bit more human. What I mean by eating is that we cook a lot of our meals, and we want our kitchen to be very usable. We want it to be more of a tool than home design, feature design, in quotes. It needs to feel like, I'm sure there's a good reference in here somewhere. We like this kitchen a lot. We are separating our workspace from the kitchen, but the workspace here is totally integrated, and it feels like the kitchen is a place to make to have another project like you would have over here with your some kinds of materials. Outside we'll have accommodations for growing food, and the land that our property, or the land that the house is on, is primarily just going to be edible, or also giving back to the land in some way, hosting native plants and having kind of a wild feel to it. Working, we want to have a workspace in our house, a place that is large enough to feel like you can get away, not just like you're doing a project in cold basement or a garage that's not so hospitable, but a workspace that is set up like you would set up a workspace as if you were starting a business or a commercial workspace somewhere, because that's what this will be. Is it will be my own commercial workspace for being able to produce some client designs, my own designs, prototyping, might do some general sort of contracting in the area. And to share, we just want to have a place that we like to do projects with other people, ceramics or other things that we haven't had the space to do. And I want to have a place that feels both pleasant and restoring to be in for other people, but also a place to work on things together, with whether that's making food or working on some kind of small scale. Maybe we're making mycelium planters, or who knows what we could be making. To talk about the aesthetic that we're referencing here, it's heavily influenced by the utility of creating that living, working, eating, sharing space, but also coming directly from the material. So this roofing here, 7/8 galvanized metal roofing with exposed fasteners. It's I believe that's what that is. That will be our siding, that material specifically. A lot of these images at least, the aesthetic is directly derived from the raw base material that it is made from. So I've heard this when Bitso was building their new factory. They talked about their aesthetic being a no paint aesthetic, and I really resonated with that when I heard it, and I had been trying to describe this similar idea that for a while with other things that I make. Here's a good example of no paint aesthetic in a plumbing fixture. It's made for the utility of supplying hot and cold water, and it even has diagrams. There's some little arrows here. You probably can't see them on the video, for what the incoming water supply and the outgoing. Our faucets aren't that, but the materials are the aesthetic itself. I wish we could wrap the house in some sort of coating, peel and stick coating like this, and leave it. Our structure isn't so plainly open as this, but it will be in some places. Our shower will actually look somewhat similar to this. This is paper stone or Richlite as the wall panels. Like the thing only needs to work well, and when it works well, that's when it looks good. And before and after working well, we have no concern for the aesthetic. Like the countertop will be smooth, so it's easy to wipe down, but there's no need to make it any particular color. And the design, the actual layout of the house, and the way it's constructed itself is to accomplish the points I just listed about being able to show the base material. So we'll be choosing base raw materials that we like to look at, or we appreciate their nature in some way, should accomplish our goals that we wish to meet regarding our materials, and the utility of the space. And it should also be efficient. It should be cost efficient. It should be efficient to build, and it should create less waste, ideally. So our design tries to call back to those goals whenever possible, and doesn't, if it's not meeting those goals, then we reassess the space. And I'll go over the house plans and the construction plan next time probably. And thank you for being interested in this project. Well, I think I really want to have the house built this year, so we'll see how that goes. Right now we're looking for an architect, and had intended to architect to draft all of the paperwork for the permit myself, but it's not working out, so we're going to get some help there and go from there. But anyway, we'll see you later. Bye.